Hello and welcome to the White Glove meeting at the end of this semester. Our official checkout day is Saturday, April 13th at 6 p.m. You have to be out of your apartment by then. Here are some little stipulations. So if you are moving out of the complex and you will not be returning for spring semester, you must be out by 6 p.m. Saturday the 6th. Saturday the 13th, take that back, Saturday the 13th of April. If you are just moving apartments within the complex, say you're moving from apartment 2 to apartment 11, whatever it may be, that's tricky. You need to come talk to me to see what we might be able to work out, but it's very, very likely that you will not be able to leave anything here over the break. I did give a time limit to reserve your spot in your same apartment, so if you weren't able to take advantage of that, then you didn't get the perk that comes along with it, which is to be able to leave your stuff in an apartment. And if you don't get that perk, it makes it really difficult, and I apologize, but it's difficult in 3 ways. It's difficult for you to move into somebody's apartment while they're trying to move out. It's difficult for them to try to move out while you're moving in, and it's difficult for me to see what's clean and to clean around your things. So I apologize, but if you're moving apartments, it's just a difficult road. Be aware. If you are staying in the same apartment, in the same room and everything, life's going to be a little bit easier for you. And so all you have to do is you still have to check out by that same time, the 13th of April at 6 p.m. But there are things you may and may not leave in your apartment. The cool thing is you can leave quite a few things. Anything that is in your dressers, in your drawers, in your cupboards, in your closets, as long as things are not on the floor, you may leave them. And then, they cannot be on the surface of the counter. They need to be in a drawer or a cupboard. We need to leave those things all the way empty so that I will be able to see them. But your clothes and your books and everything, those can be left as long as they are removed, wiped under, and then replaced neatly. That's all you have to do. Anything that is on your floor and you just don't have a place for it because it doesn't fit in your drawers and your cupboards, you put on top of your bed. Remove your blankets and your sheets so that I will be able to see your mattress, and then put those things on top of your bed. Nothing can be on the floor, nothing can be left on the countertops, so please realize that. Please don't leave shampoo and conditioner and shower gel or soap in the shower. Those need to be taken out of the shower and put into your vanity cupboards and drawers. Make sure that you wash the vanity cupboards and drawers and then put those things in. That you label those things. If it's a shared area, you need to have it labeled. So if you share your vanity, you need to have those things labeled with your name on them. Okay, if you're staying over the break and you haven't told me yet, you need to come talk to me. But if you have told me and I know about it, maybe you should just double check with me to make sure I do know either way. But it is $10 a night. You may only stay, only if you are here for spring semester. If you're not staying for spring semester, you are not allowed to stay. Know that you may be removed from your apartment for the break and into another apartment. So you're going to have to kind of overnight it at some other apartments, and you'll have to grab the things that you need to stay in somebody else's apartment in order that we will be able to follow the BYU Idaho rules and stipulations that is for the honor code that you have to have at least 2 people in an apartment. So be aware of that. You might be one of those people who are moving, but we're going to try to make it as easy on you as possible. We will be unplugging the fridges over the break. Now, for those who are staying, we are only unplugging the fridges for 24 hours. So you need to kind of plan accordingly. I do have a fridge and freezer that I can keep some things in as long as you bag them and write your name on for that 24-hour period. But if you can plan a way that you won't have anything that you need to keep in the fridge and freezer, that would be super cool. And when I say those who are staying, I'm talking about those who are staying over the break. If you are coming back for spring it still doesn't count. You don't get to keep things in the fridge or freezer. You need to find a different home for those things that either you can go and grab them from somebody later, or you have to throw them away, that are perishable items. Speaking of perishable items, don't leave things like apples and fruits and vegetables, or things that you have to keep in the fridge. Those are perishable items, or in the freezer. Those are perishable items. Things that would go bad if you did not eat them soon enough. Okay? The non-perishable items are like boxed items and canned items, and you may keep those in your apartment as long as they are contained in one area, in one cupboard, one drawer, whatever it is, and labeled with your name. And then same thing with your plates and your dishes and your utensils. Make sure that those are contained into one area with your name. And you have to have washed the area around them, the cupboards and drawers, just like with the drawers in your room, washing underneath your clothes and whatnot. Okay, we do have a drop-off location for donation in the lounge. We will be taking items and food to the Women's and Family Crisis Center. And so you would just come and you'll see an area. I'll have a sign up. Please keep it neat. If you can, please bring it in a box or a bag. That makes it so much easier. Now, these things are available for people to look at as long as you keep it neat. If you don't keep it neat, we will have to abandon that idea of allowing you to look at the things and take some things for yourself. But I know that it makes it easier to move when you don't have as many things, and so you can drop off stuff that you don't want anymore, including non-perishable food items to the lounge, where we will take them probably on Monday after checkouts to the Women's Crisis Center. All right. Whew, that was a long list of things, and I just want to tell you that I want to do the best that I can to help you do your white glove all by yourself so that I am not having to do it. We don't really hire cleaning companies anymore. I do it myself. I have found that cleaning companies actually take longer than I do, and so and they don't do it quite to the standard that I'm looking for. And so I have written down the standard, and I am giving it all to you. And it's actually not that crazy. But you need to read it, and you need to make sure that you follow this by the letter, and you will succeed, and you will get your $100 deposit back, or you will get your no fees charged. That would be amazing. So, and it makes it so that I don't have to spend time away from my family, because I don't like doing white glove cleaning. It's one of my least favorite things. So, anyways, here is the white glove packet. Every apartment will get their own, and you will share it. Okay, you need to hold a roommate council to talk about who is leaving when, because this is an ordered process. First to leave, second to leave, third to leave, last to leave. Okay, this first page tells you how to do it, step by step of, how to check out. And so it will tell you, and you need to follow it. Okay. We do have this time around, again, an optional pre-check, okay? This has been a great tool for many people, and I would say that 90% of those who opt in for a pre-check, they are not charged anything, or they are charged very, very little, like $2 at the most. So, but usually they're not charged anything. So if you opt for that pre-check, you are more likely to be successful. So we have a pre-check chart in the laundry room, and you sign your name and your apartment number on it, and you say, you sign it for a time that is available to be checked. You sign that when you are done with your job, not before, because I have too many people sign it and they're not done with their job yet, and so then they're sad when they get a charge because I didn't get to check that thing that they weren't done with yet. When they get a charge because I didn't get the opportunity to check that task all the way, and so I couldn't tell them what they still needed to do and what they didn't. So that's why you should be done with your job before you sign up for it, is my recommendation. Some people like to sign up so that it can give them motivation to make sure they're done. But you only get to sign up that once. Do not move your name. You also can actually have a second pre-check if you so wish. It does cost $5. And so you can do that. You just sign up again and make sure that I know that it's your second pre-check, and I will do that again. And that will make you definitely likely to be able to get out of here scotch-free. Now, pre-checks do require that you remind me through text that you need that pre-check done. You remind me about 10 minutes before your pre-check, and then 5 minutes before your pre-check, you come into the lounge and knock on my door, and I will go and do your check while you stay here and watch my kids for the 10 to 15 minutes that it takes for me to do that check. I promise it's fun, and they will love you, and it's not too bad. And then I will take pictures and great notes, and then I will come and sit down with you and go through your pre-check with you to show you what things didn't pass and that you would still need to redo. And then you can sign up for another check if you want. So only 2 checks though, and the second check is $5. All right, so here we go. A lot of you who have been here with me before have already seen this page. It's the colored page that shows the tasks. We have a first to leave, second to leave, third to leave, and fourth or last to leave, okay? And this time around, it shows you, it's backwards because that's how my phone is right now, but it shows you the prices of things. This is all or nothing. Usually in the past, I've done it by time, however long it took me to do it, and that just became too difficult to keep track of. And so now it is by task, okay? So if you clean the oven, but you forgot the oven drawer, it's the whole $35. So that's why you want to read the instructions. Especially in an all or nothing situation, you want to read the instructions to make sure that you've got it. And maybe read through them again and check mark every part of the instructions when you've done it. Don't cross it out so I can't see it, because I really do need to see it. But you can check mark it for yourself to know that you did it. Okay? So that is what's new this semester, is all or nothing on every little task, and make sure that you realize how much those things cost. And you don't want to just leave one out because that only costs $2. Yeah, but what if you missed something else? What if, like I said, you missed the oven drawer and you thought all you were going to have to pay is that $2 that you just decided not to do, but the oven drawer was also not done? That's $37 altogether to miss that $2 plus the $35. So that's why you want to do it, okay? All right, let's see. There are some new instructions in here, and that's also why you want to make sure that you read it, okay? I want to take you over to my handy dandy place where all of my products are that I use, and show you what I use when I go into your apartments to clean if there are white glove tasks that need to be re-cleaned. Welcome to my white glove station. So I will show you what I use when I do white glove. These are all the tools that I use. I have scissors and a dustpan. So I actually use these for your couches. A lot of times within your couch you'll see, I wish I could show you, but I'm sure when you take up the cushions of your couch, you'll see that there's couch hair, not your hair necessarily, but it's couch hair in between the seat cushions, and it's holding a lot of crumbs inside of it. And you can't get those crumbs out. You've tried so hard with that vacuum and it just doesn't work. I recommend not using a vacuum on your couch actually, and I think the instructions in the paper do say to use a vacuum, so I do need to update that at some point, but I recommend that you use scissors first to cut the hair. Make sure you don't cut the couch fabric, but you're cutting the hair of the couch that is useless anyways, okay? And that will get a lot of the crumbs out. And then you use this dustpan. But look, don't just use any dustpan. This is a hard bristled dustpan broom. So you want to use one that has really good hard bristles, stiff bristles. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, these are stiff, and so they're really good at getting things out of the couch. It actually takes less time than a vacuum does. Okay, I also use this for stairs. The vacuum tends to overheat when you use it on the couch or the stairs. And we've all had that experience. It's not cool. We'll talk about the vacuum in a second. This is a sock I just took from the laundry room. It's just an odd sock that nobody's ever taken. So I use this. I put it on my hand, just like a sock puppet, okay? I put it on my hand and then I wipe the blinds with this. This is much better than a rag. You see how the rag has all these little knobby things on it? Those leave behind dust. This does not have those knobby things, and this is much better at not leaving behind dust. So I use a sock for the blinds of windows, okay? This is a magic eraser. If you don't know what it is, it's amazing. It erases a lot of things. It's kind of like a sponge. You get it wet, and then you wring it out, and then you rub it on scuffs on the wall. You rub it on, I don't know. There's so many things you can use it for. It's in the packet that says what you can use it for. These are rags because I do use rags a lot. Okay, this is my secret weapon: vinegar, dish soap, and spray bottle. Okay, so this is it when it's mixed up. But you do some hot vinegar. You just put vinegar in a microwavable container of some sort. I put it in a glass pitcher thing, and I heat it up in the microwave for like 3 minutes, and then I pour it into this bottle, and then I put dish soap in it, and I shake it. Okay, so it looks like this, and so you just kind of make up your own. I mean, you can Google it to see what the ratio really is, but it really doesn't matter. You just want to have a good amount of both in. And then this is amazing. So this stuff, because it has soap in it, it breaks down grease very easily. And you don't realize it, but grease ends up everywhere. It's in your shower. It's not just in your kitchen where you cook with grease. Your body actually has oils and grease on it. And so, you know, in your vanity sink, you have your face grease in there. And in your shower, you have foot grease. It's gross, I know. So you use this spray, but this is not a spray and immediately wipe spray, okay? Most sprays actually are not. You spray things. What I do is when I go into your apartment, I go in and I spray everything that needs to be sprayed, okay? And then I go do those tasks that don't need sprays and stuff because this needs to sit for a while. And I do those tasks and then I come back and I re-spray those things, and it's been, what, 30 minutes, an hour, okay? I re-spray them, then wipe it down, okay? I promise you, you will be amazed. You can use this on anything that needs to be wiped. Anything that uses product. You don't have to use Clorox. That actually breaks up your hands and is really bad chemicals for your breathing and stuff. This is totally clean. It's not gonna hurt you. You don't even have to wear gloves when you do it. Okay, so, and these are my other secret weapons. Okay, these Q-tips, use in the heater and other small areas. This is just an old toothbrush, okay? You just use that for like around the sink faucets and whatnot that need extra love, okay? These are razor blades. These are not very expensive. Go to Walmart. They're like, or at the dollar store. They have them at the dollar store. They're so useful because you get, in your drain, you have a lot of stuff in your vanity drains especially, okay, that are left behind that even this stuff has a hard time taking care of by itself. So you use this, you spray it with this stuff, let it wait for 30 minutes to an hour, and then spray it again, and then use a razor blade to get that stuff out of your sink drain. Be very careful. You want to hold the razor blade in a way that's not going to chip anything, but you want to use it to get off all the hard stuff in your drain. Okay, this is a pumice stone. You can also get this at the dollar store or Walmart. It's very cheap, and you can use it in your toilet to, if you haven't been washing your toilet enough this semester, which a lot of you have, need a little love from a pumice stone. Okay, you use this to scrape those parts in your toilet that are just not coming off with your toilet bowl cleaner. And toilet bowl cleaner is another thing I use. This is the best one. The cheap ones that are just $1, don't use them. They really don't work. Clorox is the only one that I use, and it's amazing, so just get that one, okay? And you have to have a toilet brush, okay? I know, it's gross. Toilet brush, nobody wants to see a toilet brush, but you gotta have one. You cannot go through your life without having a toilet brush, okay? There's a mop and a broom, you know about those. Okay, let's talk about the vacuum. Here's the vacuum. You all know about vacuums, but did you know this about vacuums? That's all your guys' hair. Isn't that gross? So, the quality of, the vacuum does this. It will overheat because, one, because it's full. There's stuff in there, it gets full. Okay, I've actually recently emptied this. So when it gets full, which in the course of one apartment, it very well can get full. You need to empty this particular vacuum. The other vacuum is a bag vacuum, and I'll have to buy some more bags for that. So, but this vacuum, you have to empty that out, and you have to cut the hair with scissors. That's another reason why I have these lovely handy dandy scissors. You use these scissors when you are all done with your bedroom. You use these scissors to cut the hair. You'll be amazed with how much hair is in your particular bedroom, and not just all the girls all combined, okay? It's your bedroom that has hair all over it, okay? And your vanity area, especially that's where you guys brush your hair, so that's where all the hair is, okay? You cut the hair out, you pull it out with your hands. I know it's disgusting, but guess what? I get to do this with everybody's hair. So you can do it with your own hair and your roommate's hair, all right? And you pull it out and you throw it in the garbage, okay? And then you empty out the bag area, okay? And then you can bring that vacuum back. And what I want you all to do is I want you to check to see, before you take the vacuum out of the laundry room, I want you to look at the bottom of the vacuum and see if there's hair in there, and see that it's been emptied out. If it still has hair and has not been emptied out, we will look at the list to see who was the last to use it, and then I will personally take that vacuum back to that apartment and watch you clean it out. So